Alright, so I took the wheels off the trike, and the aluminum's kind of pitty. Yeah, it's just been sitting around. So I figure I want to try to clean them up, but I want to clean them up in the pattern of the wheel. And I was going to start it up and try doing it on the trike, but I figured the lug nuts would be in the way. I figured, what else can I use to try and do that? And I figure, why not try the wheel balancer? So I got it kind of stuck in there right now. I figure I can spray it down and hit it with, like, I got a couple of different things to try. I got a Brillo pad, I got some sandpaper, I think I got a piece of Scotch-Brite in there. So I figure we'll give it a shot. We'll see how this works out. I think I'm going to try the Brillo pad first. Probably be the least evasive. Am I hitting wheel weights? Yeah, I got wheel weights there. That sucks. What I don't have, yes I do, rag to wipe it off. Yeah, still got a ton of pitting in it. Doesn't look like it did anything. I'm going to step it up to, I'm going to go right to like a 600 grit. Try wet sanding it with like an oil. PB blaster. Let's see if that'll do it. Wipe that off, see what it looks like. I don't see much metal on the paper. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's much better. I don't know if you guys can tell from there. What I'll do is I'll clean them all up and I'll bring you back and we'll take a looky-loo. So yeah, watch for half an hour of me polishing it, but that's the idea. I'll bring it a little closer right now. Where's it going? Then you can see the white pitting there. How I took that off. That's what I'm trying to get off. Then I'll work my way up to through the grits like you're trying to do paint. Yeah, see it all over there? I'm gonna try to get rid of all that. Let's see how it comes out. Figure out how to shut you off. Alright, after it's probably about 15 minutes. That's kind of how it came out. And I did 600 grit, 1200 grit, and then a 00 Brillo pad. And that's the finish that kind of came off. And when I was on the wheel balancer, I rebalanced it. It came out pretty much an inch from where it was to begin with. So I think if I put some wax on that, that'll look pretty good. And here's a before, looking at the other side. So that's the before. After. Before and after. Yeah, you get the idea. Center caps. Of course, I was trying to find pistons. I couldn't find that, and I was kind of thinking of going to my favorite appliance store and looking to see what they had. And I went to go to an antique store. They were closed today. See if I could find a couple of cans or something. And so I did end up going back to my my surplus store for restaurant supply. And these are, I think, drink shakers, mix shakers. And they will fit inside the wheel, but they are, we used a good wheel, is that? Kind of tall. That'll work. Looks like something for a trailer though, doesn't it? Kind of reminds me of a Airstream trailer with that setup on there. So they were cheap enough, they'll go back in the Horde, or maybe I'll use them for something else. And I went looking around more for the Horde, see if I can find something that'll fit over those, and I was in my alternate area. And I came across these, and they had some cool center caps. I'm like, wow, they actually had center caps. There was a set of 4 of those. Those are kind of the before, and I chucked them in the lathe, and I just kind of ran over those with that steel wool just to knock the crap off the outside, you know. There's 2 of those cleaned up, and I haven't tried it in them after I cleaned them. I'm thinking that's what we're gonna go with. It's not tapped in all the way, but I'm kind of liking that. I like the red, and the flags kind of goes with the color of the bike too, you know. So I'm going to getting on this and get the other one cleaned up and see if we kind of make them look the same, and we'll stick them back on the bike and go with opinions then. How's that sound? Haven't seen that spot in a while. I think the rare opportunity while it's not raining or snowing or doing something funky. Take a look at it outside. It's dirty, but you can get the idea. Wheels look good. I like the red center caps. So I have to paint all the lower controls and the foot pegs. No wheelie bars. Yuck, that area still has to get cleaned up. But the wheels look good. I like the angle of the front end. Much better than that other front end that was on there. I got my brake light switch figured out too. I was going to do a relay. I stole one out of one of the parts bus. It was the headlight switch, and I tried wiring that up, and it would have ended up having every other time you hit the lever, it would have worked the brake light. So we didn't go with that. And I went to Radio Shack, and I found a normally closed switch, and I was able to get in there. So now when that switch comes out, makes contact, works the brake light. And I left it wired up with a couple of pigtails, and I just let it run for about a half an hour to make sure the switch didn't get hot and burn up, and it was fine. So I'm sitting there with the front brake on for more than a half an hour. Something's wrong. So all my lights and my wiring works. Those 2 wires you see hanging down there go up to the cigarette lighter. There's a cigarette lighter that goes in here. And the only other hole I have to plug is this guy. I used to have a radio, and it had like a Stinger antenna that came out of there. And would you believe it's raining? Murphy's Law. Alright. I'm going to shut you down. I figure I just have a moment to take it outside and do a little walk around. Be able to step back more than 6 feet in the garage and actually be able to see the whole thing at one time. I like the way it lays out. I also pushed it. I wanted to see what the turning radius so it was, and it's fine. A lot better than my truck, let's put it that way. So I figure if you could do a circle in the road, should be good enough. All right, well, so gonna go back in the cave. I may push it back a little further, maybe blow out the garage a little bit before I do that. But that's that. All right, guys, again, thanks for watching, comment, subscribing. Take care. Bye.